Welcome back to the channel. In the previous video, we have learned how to install and configure EVENG network emulator. And now I will show you which Cisco router ISs are supported in EVENG and how to load them in EVENG for practicing our routing labs. And for better understanding, I will configure the DCP and internet setup in EVENG for this small organization. Today, we will cover which Cisco routers are supported in EVENG emulator and how to download the licensed ISS and how to add them inside EVENG and assigning them permissions, and we'll create a small lab for practicing the DHCP and internet setup for better understanding how to use the EVENG network emulator. In the first stage, let's see which Cisco router ISS are supported in EVENG. The first one is Dynamaps, which include a Cisco 7200, 3725, and 2600 series. These are a legacy router used for CCNA and CCNP labs. The second type is VISs, which are used for layer 3 and layer 2 switching. The third type is CSR 1000V, or also called iOS XE. These are a cloud-based enterprise router with advanced feature, also supporting SD-WAN, NetConf, REST API, and automation. The fourth type is iOS XR, or also called XRV or XRV 9000 series. These are a service provider router with MPLS BGP and segment routing. The fifth one is NXOS, or also called Nexus. It's a data center switch supporting VXLAN EVPN features, which are used for cloud and high-performance networking. The sixth type is ASAV, or Adaptive Security Virtual Appliance, a virtual firewall supporting VPN, ECL, and security policies used in network security labs. The seventh or last type is Cisco C8000V, or also called a Catalyst 8000V, a next-generation enterprise router supporting SD-WAN in cloud networking. It's designed for modern and enterprise networks. All these Cisco router models are supported in EVENG, and we can not only practice our CCNA and CCNP, but we do practicing more advanced labs for ISP and cloud networking. This is our EVENG lab that I have installed in my previous video. As you can see, all the images are gray and we are not able to add any of these devices. And to activate this, we need to add its iOS image into EVENG using WinCap. So before doing that, let's download the required tool in Cisco router ISS. If you found this video helpful, so please subscribe the channel and like the video for supporting me to prepare more advanced videos. In the second stage, let's see how to download the Cisco ISS and WinSCP tools. Open the browser and type download WinCap. Right here, click on the second link, click on download. Again, click on download WinCap version 6.5. Now the download will start in 5 seconds. As you can see, the download has been completed successfully. So let's double click this installation file. Click on accept, click next, and click install. So the WinCap tool has been installed successfully. Now for downloading the Cisco router ISS, just copy the link from the video description and right here paste it in the browser. Now let's drag down the page. Right here you can see Cisco IS router images for EVENG. As you can see, all these images are used for EVENG. And for downloading any of these ISS, right click on the link and open it in the new tab and wait for some while. Right here, as you can see, it's about 43 MB, and for downloading it, right here click on download. Now let's download other two models, 3640. Click on the link and open it in the new tab. Also let's download 1710. Click on the link and open it in the new tab. And same as previous, click on the green download button to download the ISS. Now we are in the third stage, and let's see how to load these downloaded ISS into EVENG. So let's first start our EVENG in a VMware workstation. Click on this and click on Start. After the EVENG has been loaded successfully, you can see our EVENG is receiving IP address from our local DHCP server, and now it's time to access the EVENG through the WinCap to upload all the Cisco ISS into EVENG network emulator. Double click on the WinSCP tool and right here enter the EVENG IP address, and its default username is root and default password is EVE, and click on login. As you can see, this tool is divided into two parts. The left part is belong to our computer or local part, and the right side is belong to EVENG network emulator. Now in the EVENG side, here from the list, select the /root option. Thereafter, find the OPT folder and find out the unit lab folder, and then click on add-ons folder, and right here click on dynamics folder. And now it's a very easy process. Just press the control and select all the ISS you would like to upload into EVENG and wait for some while to be uploaded on the EVENG system. Finally, after all the upload has been completed, now we need to configure the permission. As you can see, the last file has full permission. For assigning the permission, just press the control and select all the images you would like to assign the permission. Right click and click on properties, and from here check all these options. Now the third stage is also completed. Now we are in the final stage. In this stage, I will configure the DHCP and internet setup in EVENG for better understanding. Let's see the configuration. Open the browser and type EVENG IP address. Right here, default username is admin and default password is EVE, and click on sign in. Right click in the main page, click on node, and right here drag down the list. As you can see, we have uploaded 3 Cisco router ISS. These are in the blue color and the rest of them in the gray color. It means now we are able to add them in the EVENG for lab configuration. Now it's time to configure our small lab for a DHCP and internet settings. First, let's add a router from the list. Right here, select the router model and click on Save. Second, let's add a network setup. Click on the main screen and click on Network. Right here from the list, select Management Cloud and click on Save. For changing its name, click on Edit and enter a new name. Third, let's add two virtual PC. Right click on the main screen and drag down the list and find the VPC. Right here, we need to add a 2PC and click on Save. Now let's adjust our devices and connect our router with the internet. You can drag this connection and drop it on internet setting and click Save. And now let's connect our VPC with the router. Drag the connection and drop it on router. Now you can see we don't have enough interfaces in the router. To add other interfaces, right click on the router, click on Edit, drag down the list. You can see we have many slots in this router. Let's add a fast Ethernet interface in this router in both slot 1 and slot 2 and click on Save. Now let's connect our VPC with the router. You can see now we have 3 fast Ethernet interfaces and click on Save. And now let's connect our second VPC and from the list select fast 2/0 and click on Save. Now let's start our router. Click on router and click on Start, and let's start our both VPCs. Now for accessing our router command line, double click on the router. You can see the pop-up option. Click in this option. Here you can see the command line. Type in and press enter. Now it's time to access our VPC command line. Click on our VPC2. Here is the VPC or virtual PC command line. For checking the IP address of this VPC, just type show and press enter. You can see this PC doesn't have any IP address. And to configure this VPC for receiving IP address from the DHCP, only type DHCP and press enter. As you can see, we didn't yet configure the DHCP on router, so this VPC not found the DHCP server. So now it's time to configure the DHCP in the router. Here to check the interface status in the router, just enter into enable mode, type show IP interface brief, and here you can see we have 3 interfaces in this router and all has been administratively down and no IP address has been configured. As you can see in the graph that router interface fast 0/0 is connected with the internet. So let's configure this interface to receive IP address from the ISP DHCP server. Enter into the configuration mode and enter into interface by typing int fast 0/0 and type no shutdown to turn up the interface. And for receiving the IP address, type IP address DHCP. And now let's check the current interface status. Type do show IP interface brief or the brief version of this command. You can see that fast 0/0 interface has received the IP address from the DHCP server. In the second stage, let's configure our LAN interface fast 1/0 with the static IP address. And in the third stage, let's configure the DHCP for this interface. And you can copy all these commands from the notepad. I will share this notepad through the link. You will have it from the video description. The first command shows to exclude this range and will not distribute this range IP address to the clients. The second one is only showing a pool name for the DHCP server. And the third one shows the network address of this DHCP. And the last two shows the default router or default gateway IP address and DNS server IP address. As we have configured the DHCP server, now it's time to check our VPC is receiving the IP address from the DHCP or not. Open the VPC command line and type DHCP. Wait for a moment, boom, you can see that our VPC is receiving IP address from our router. Let's check the connectivity with itself and its default gateway. Boom, both itself and default gateway are pinging. So let's ping the Google IP address. Oh, the Google IP address is not accessible because we have not yet configured the internet setup or NAT configuration. Now it's time to do the NAT configuration. Copy this command and in the configuration mode, just paste it. Also, for this purpose, we have to define our outside and inside interfaces. And you can do simply copy both commands for outside interface as well as inside interface and copy it in the command line. The only and last command is remaining to configure the default route. Copy this command and paste it into the configuration mode of this router. Now all configuration has been done successfully. Now our VPC must be able to ping the Google IP address. Let's check the connectivity from the VPC. Oh no, still our VPC is not yet able to ping the Google IP address. So we might have some misconfiguration. Let's check it. So I have found the error. As you can see that I have configured the NAT for the wrong interface. Now let's change this configuration and repaste the same commands and check it out. Boom, now you can see that our VPC is able to access the internet. Which network emulator you are using for practicing your routing and switching lab? Please write me its name in the comment.